Well, one of the more exotic areas of the smart beta category, volatility-hedged ETFs. They attempt to give exposure to the market while minimizing steep drops. Joining me from Princeton to look at how they did last week when we saw finally some volatility is Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. So volatility-hedged ETFs, Eric, how exactly do they work?
Right. So we know there's a huge fascination with the VIX, right? And last Thursday, VIX futures were up 14%, which is above and beyond what the S&P was down, right? So the question is for advisors and investors, how can I get a little of that VIX action to hedge my downside? So some ETFs have come out and said, we'll do it for you. So for example, the PowerShares downside hedged ETF will go 90% in S&P 500 stocks, 4% in VIX futures. It also has 6% in cash. So when these big, hurricane days hit, you're going to have less downside. However, you do give up some of your long-term upside. But for people who, again, don't want to deal with any of that on their own, namely advisors, these products were really invented for them.
So let's get specific here and drill down. Look at these various products, how they did exactly last Thursday when we were seeing the big sell-off.
Yeah, they all did okay. They lost about half as much as the 1.4% in the market. I'm telling you, that 4 or 5% of VIX futures goes a long way. It's like hot sauce. Just need a little bit for that kick. And if you look, all of them do a different variety of this. The one that's interesting is VIXH. This uses VIX call options, which don't have the same kick, but you also get more of the long-term upside. And then T-Risk, TRSK, is the Velocity Shares product. This one's interesting. They're actually going to go and do a little long short VIX futures in order to pick up some of the roll costs when the waters are calm. And that will also help you give more upside. So all of these are trying their best to sort of get as much upside while minimizing that downside as possible. But you can see they all worked as planned last Thursday.